buck coming right there.
The heat is on for host Mark Kaiser as he archery hunts southeast Montana pronghorn with Powder River Outfitters.
Whoa, easy.
Hunting from a blind may look easy, but it means handling 100-degree heat and the even tougher middle challenge of waiting for a shooter buck to get into range. And then it all comes down to a smooth draw, the right aim, the perfect release, and the true flight of an arrow on Truck Vault's Extreme Hunts.
Truck Vault's Extreme Hunts is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend, Smith & Wesson, safety, security, protection, and sport. Nikon, the trusted name in optics. Truck Vault, manufacturers of the world's finest secure in-vehicle storage systems.
The glamorous life of a hunting show host is greatly exaggerated. More hours are spent in front of a computer than out in the field. But when the time comes to go hunting, Mark Kaiser doesn't hesitate.
I'm always ready to head to southeast Montana for hunting. Why? Because of great friends, Doug Gardner and the Powder River Outfitters, and you put that together with great hunting, I'm ready to stow the gear in my truck vault and hit the road. Hunting pronghorns in southeast Montana, or anywhere for that matter, can be challenging. There's 3 different ways you can go at it. You can be tough and you can stalk them, and that's hard, let me tell you. Success is low when you stalk pronghorns because of their eyesight. You can decoy them, and that's a specific window through September when that works well. Or you can hunt water holes out of blinds. That works almost good throughout any time period of the season, and success runs high. I'm always one to look for good success, so I decided I wanted to sit water holes. But before the hunt kicked into action, Doug took me on a little drive around the ranch, and I always love riding around with Doug. Not only do I get to see a lot of game, but I also get to hear about the history of the ranch. And nobody knows that history like Doug, because he's lived there all his life. So you think you got an antelope or 2 here to hunt?
Yeah, Mark, you can see all these hay fields here. There's going to be antelope coming down on them, starting to set seed, so it's quite an attraction.
Oh, man. Oh, they look good.
If you look out here, there's several different bunches of antelope. And
oh, yeah, right there. And
yeah, I've got a good water hole over here over the hill, and I think that's probably where we're going to start this hunt at.
Okay. Well, it's starting to heat up, and I think...
yeah, it's going to be, it's cool this morning, but it's going to get hot this afternoon.
That's what they're saying.
Should be a good day.
All right. Well, let's jump in the truck. I'm ready to go hunting.
Okay, let's go.
When the hunt started, Doug informed me pronghorn numbers were down some. But when you're in eastern Montana, there's still a lot of pronghorn around. First setup we did, Doug put me in one of his homemade blinds. It's really just a portable, moving tin shed, almost like an ice fishing shack. But it's big, roomy, and it provides the shadows so antelope can't see in. Now, hunting antelope out of a blind, it may sound like a cakewalk, easy. Trust me, it's not. It can be some of the most trying hunting you'll ever get involved in. And here are the 2 reasons why. Temperatures can range from 80 to well over 100 degrees. And then you place yourself in a blind, and the sun beating down on either a permanent or a portable structure can easily raise that temperature to nearly 120 degrees. It's scalding in there. Now, the other thing that can be extreme about antelope hunting in the early season is just staying alert. If you don't have patience to sit down and always be looking at what's going on around your environment when you're in a blind, you may miss an opportunity. When antelope decide to come in water, they come in fast. They make a beeline, they march right in, and they drink as fast as they can. So I suggest always getting up every few minutes, scanning the horizon, and seeing what's out there and whether or not an antelope is coming into water. I kind of had a gut feeling things were going to begin to change. Why? I was starting to sweat, and I knew if my little tin shack was heating up, the antelope out there in the prairie were feeling the same effects. Sure enough, off in the distance, I spotted Mr. Buck on the skyline.
There's a buck right there. It's a good buck, really good buck. He's gonna come to water.
You know, antelope are tough to judge in age. You can look at a buck and you can see he's filled out and you can tell he's mature, he's over 2.5 years old. And I knew this one was older than that. This buck had some veteran status. I think he knew that that little metal structure represented some danger. As he got closer and closer, I started biting my nails, because this dude's a shooter. Instead of coming to where most of the other antelope were watering, he started doing a backhand circle.
Don't go downwind.
And finally, you could just see it. He hit a wall. It was me. He was picking up some sort of scent from me, and it was making him nervous. You know how I knew he was getting nervous? He started snorting. It's a high-pitched snort, just like a whitetail, but much higher and shriller. And that's the pronghorn alarm. End of game. I knew it was over. To lose a big buck like that's pretty hard to take. There are a lot of good bucks on the ranch, but this one was exceptional.
Man.
But there's nothing you could do.
That's the biggest buck I've seen all day. I can't believe it. That's how they get big. He went straight downwind, got our scent. I bet he won't come back here today or for a few days for that matter.
Now trust me, I was kind of bummed. That was a good buck. Probably one of the best bucks I've been on in several years pronghorn hunting. But there's nothing you could do. I just watched him go off, picked up, kept on with the game.